energetic, young, handsome Toastmaster Alvin Savini for conducting this today's session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swipal, for such a wonderful introduction. Meeting number 444 is now called to order. We will now begin with the opening prayer, which is found on the top of the agenda. Almighty and ever-loving God, shower your blessings on this gathering, on the endeavor to rebuild ourselves as aspiring Toastmasters. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome to our 444 meeting. And yes, there are a few members only who have joined us today, unfortunately, but let us make it as much as exciting, wonderful meeting as possible. So before we begin, I would like to ask if there's any apologies on the floor.
Toastmaster Sean told me he is not well. Maybe he could not attend.
Yeah, Toastmaster Sean is not well. I didn't get any apologies for people that are not going to be coming. However, people did pull out because they had other commitments or they weren't ready. But no one said they were not going to make it to the meeting.
Nice.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Soipal, Toastmaster DTM Cage. Thank you so much. Okay, so before we begin, we would like to go through the agenda and see what all changes are there. I'm sure there'll be some changes accordingly. So for that, let me ask DTM Cage, what are the changes do we have in the agenda?
There's going to be a lot of changes, my leader. And let's just start with, everything goes well and smoothly until we get to, actually, this is the wrong one. My apologies, my bad. This is the wrong one. The one I was trying to share. Darn. Sorry about that. Let me share the correct one. I believe this is the correct one. So there's going to be a lot of changes. I mean, already in the program, there were a lot of changes. People moved, kind of like they dropped out in the last minute, which essentially means that in the end, we didn't have any more speakers. So all 3 speakers dropped out in the last minute. What we do have, though, is we accommodated for this. And as far as the program goes, we are looking good until Toastmaster Atira takes over. And then the president conducts his business session. But because there's no quorum and there's not a lot of us, we might need to forfeit that. Other than that, because there's 5 of us, I guess we don't have to do best vote, best speaker, but we can really make sure that the quality of the program is a bit more, there's more quality because we can give each other good feedback. So not much has changed, just that things are going to be much shorter because there's not a lot of people.
Yes, thank you so much, DTM Cage. So as for now, how are we going to assign the roles for the timer at least? We will need at least a timer.
I can be the timer, I'll be the timer. I left myself out in case there were roles that needed to be filled in the last minute. So I will do the timing.
DTM, since I'm doing the table topics, I think I can handle the timing so that you can concentrate on the speech.
Absolutely, not a problem. That's not a problem. Yeah.
Perfect. Almost got away.
Yeah, she did there.
Can I try for one speech? 10 minutes speech? Don't know. Only speech, presenting a speech. If anybody, open evaluation, anybody can evaluate me because my target is the 20-minute speech. I don't know whether I will reach in the 20 minutes because the data are not filled. Topics are also not filled, but we'll try to do how it can be.
If you promise that the speech that you will give can contribute to your projects.
It is not project. It is for I have left all the projects and the levels, and now my concentration is for longer TEDx like that. TEDx level speeches is my concentration.
Okay.
Once it is reached, I will try to get some chance to present one TEDx speech. This is my target is now. Now the speech, winning, contest, this everything is left from my mind. I'm not concentrating on that. My target is that level. I don't know whether I can reach, but I will try to reach. Can I include that one? You will try? Alvin, in the agenda?
Yeah, since we are not having a business session, I believe we will have some time for it. So we'll keep a 10-minute speech, and then we'll have an open evaluation for it.
8 to 10 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes speech.
Okay.
Now, okay, let us see if it is successful. If it is okay, I will add some more details in the next meeting and I will represent it again.
Okay. 8 to 10 minutes. That's the timing giving for it. So,
yeah.
So once again, DTM Cage, can you propose the changes in the agenda so we can adopt them?
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, I do propose that instead of the business session, what we can then do is have a 10-minute speech by Toastmaster Soy Paul. If there's anyone that seconds that.
I, Toastmaster Athira, seconds the proposal to pass the agenda. Adopt the agenda.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DTM Cage. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Athira, for adopting the agenda. All right. Once again, fellow Toastmaster, good evening. This is our first meeting of the year, and we all have faced our own set of challenges and obstacles last year. And this is precisely why our theme for today is selected as New Chapters, as we want our members to start striving for excellence from this year onwards. This reminds me of a story that I want to share. In ancient times, a king had a boulder placed on the roadway. Then he hid himself away and he watched if anyone would move the boulder out of the way. Some of the king's wealthiest merchants and courtiers came by and simply walked around it. Many people loudly blamed the king for not keeping the roads clear. But none of them did anything about getting the stone out of the way. A peasant then came along carrying a load of vegetables. Upon approaching the boulder, the peasant laid down his burden and tried to push the stone out of the road. After much pushing and straining, he finally succeeded. After the peasant went back to pick up his vegetables, he noticed a purse lying in the road where the boulder had been. This purse contained many gold coins and a note from the king explaining that the gold was for the person who removed the boulder from the roadway. Every obstacle we come across in life gives us an opportunity to improve our circumstances. While some complain, there are others creating opportunities through their kind generosity, and willingness to get things done. Our father of Toastmasters, Dr. Ralston Smedley, wanted to give an opportunity to his community to improve. Hence, Toastmasters began as a series of speaking clubs organized by him during his time working for the YMCA in Bloomington, Illinois, United States. It gave an opportunity for young men in the community to learn how to speak, conduct meetings, plan programs, and work on committees. More than 97 years have passed since then, and now Toastmasters is an international organization with clubs all around the globe. Without further ado, let me introduce our lovely Toastmaster of the day, who's always ready to take up any role and accepts them with a smile. Please welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Atira Menon. Take it away.
Thank you so much, President Toastmaster Alvin. Fellow Toastmasters, no guests, so I'll leave it at that. A very good evening to one and all. But before I begin with anything, let me wish you all a very, very happy new year. This is the very first meeting that we are conducting after the wonderful year of 2022 has started, isn't it? And with every new year comes new hope, new vibe, new energy. We all wish, we all want something from the new year. Our resolutions that have been made for ages and ages still keeps coming every single year. Be it going to gym, be it eating less, be it going for a regular walk, or just being to read a book. No matter what, sometimes we just have to give up on them and think, I'll do it again next year. Isn't it? But with every new year comes new opportunity to dream, to achieve, and to self-develop. Toastmasters International is one such platform that enables us to achieve our goals to become proficient speakers and leaders. Let us begin our 444th meeting, the very first meeting of the year of KCA Toastmasters, by saluting the great visionary, our mentor, DTM A.S. Jose, for his profound and divine energy to build this platform for us. So Toastmasters, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
But let's keep the energy up and let's all have a very jolly, happy meeting. Let's all keep our audios and videos on at all times. It's all right.
All right. Okay.
So for today, we do not have much role players for the meeting. Very first role player is the timer, and I myself am the timer for the meeting today, as we have our table topic session today, and our table topic timings are from 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, background will be shown.
Oh, there we are.
At 1 minute, 30 seconds, the yellow background will be shown. And at 2 minutes, the red background will be shown and it will remain on till the speaker completes his or her speech. We have one speech by Toastmaster Soy Paul, and his speech is timed from 8 to 10 minutes. At 8 minutes, green background will be shown. At 9 minutes, yellow background will be shown. And at 10 minutes, red background will be shown and it will remain on till the speaker completes his or her speech. I request all the Toastmasters to kindly keep up to the timing criteria, as it is one of the most important criteria that we have in our Toastmasters journey. The next role player that we have is yet another very important role player, and that is the general evaluator. A general evaluator is the key most role player of any meeting, as he evaluates throughout the meeting and then discusses where we can actually enhance our meeting. So with a huge round of applause, let's welcome a champion speaker, a very energetic and a very vibrant speaker, distinguished Toastmaster H.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster of the day. And I thought I just could escape for a few seconds there. I wanted to wash my hands. So my role today is that of the general evaluator. And as the Toastmaster of the day has said, it is pretty much giving a general evaluation of the meeting. The Toastmasters, we believe that feedback is a breakfast for champions. And we are champions, all 5 of us here. And we want to know how we can do better in 2022 at KCA Toastmasters. So that's what I'll be doing at the end of the session. I will be giving valuable feedback on how the meeting went, where we could have done better in order for us to improve and become an amazing times 10 amazing club. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Cage. Now, as we have already seen, Distinguished Toastmaster has put up the word of the day. The word of the day today is colossal. So I request all of you to kindly include it into your speeches. Am I right? It's correct, right? Yes. Okay. So without any further ado, can we get into our table topic session today? I don't see the video, so I'm not sure. I only see Toastmaster Alvin. Toastmaster Soy, DTM Cage, DTM Ahmed, are you there? Okay, no problem. So our table topic session today is going to be quite different. I have chosen certain topics that are not like the normal general topics that we see on a day-to-day basis in our table topic sessions. They're a little different. It can be on a funny note, or you can just change the funny note into a very serious topic. It's left to you. However you want, you can change it and make it your own. So these topics will be given out of 1 to 10. You can choose any of your favorite number, and I will read out the topics to you twice. And you can deliver your speech for 1 to 2 minutes. After that, whoever was the previous speaker will be evaluating your table topic session. So it is like you're having a table topic as well as evaluation session both together. Sounds interesting?
Absolutely.
So this gives both the table topic as well as evaluation experience. So let's see how our Toastmasters roll into this. Okay. So the very first
evaluation is evaluation can you make in the prep format, so that position, reasoning, example, position. If you'll evaluate.
So you want to evaluate the speech also for 2 to 3 minutes? Is that how you think?
No, it's okay. If you will evaluate, if I deliver the speech, somebody say if 3 of them are evaluating, if anybody want to evaluate it, not limited to one evaluator. You can be more evaluator. If you will say in the prep format, that will be...
Everyone will get a chance to evaluate, actually. That's the thing. So Toastmaster, so if you're the speaker, then Toastmaster Alvin will be evaluating. If Toastmaster Alvin is the speaker, Toastmaster Cage will be evaluating, like that. So everyone gets a chance on evaluation as well, just like how they get a chance in table topic. Okay?
Position my camera. Let me position. You start with someone. Books have the multiple use. You know that at least for camera, it's also the one of the advantage for I have the many books. Just not read from so many years, but now I realize the real function. Let me see how it can be. Positioning camera. I don't know if everything will fall down or not. I'm not sure. Okay, you start now. I'm just waiting for that.
Toastmaster, sorry, you're our speaker, so let's start with you.
You are starting with me?
Yes, absolutely. Senior most Toastmaster, start with you.
Okay, it's okay now. Little bit.
Yes, it's okay. It's perfect. You're audible also. You're visible also. Perfect. Your speaking area also looks great.
Start.
Okay. So Toastmaster Soy, can you choose a number between 1 to 10?
1.
1. Okay, this is quite interesting. Please listen to the topic carefully. Before you marry a person, you should first make them use a computer with slow internet to see who they really are. Once again, before you marry a person, you should first make them use a computer with slow internet to see who they really are. Over to you, Joseph.
The table topic master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Before a marry a person, you should use the slow computer or to see a person, right? See, before a marry a person, it is not necessary to use the computer. Marrying a person, we haven't used it. On that age, I married 17 years ago. So at that time it was, I never heard about, I heard about the matrimony, but I didn't go through it. I heard about the matrimony and I didn't get the chance to date anyone. So these two things have never happened to in my life. But as per my this one experience, you cannot trust everything. Especially in the marriage, you cannot trust everything. You have to believe something. If you are if you are in home, if you are in a home, you have to believe that your wife is working in the office and she's not flirting with others. It is a belief you have created. If you are in the office or if you are in the workplace, if you are inside, you should have such a belief that your wife is okay with you and she's only waiting for you. She's only flirt with you. It's a belief. So developing a belief, developing anything, even it is even we don't need to talk. I remember when I was engaged 6 months. I don't have money to call her every day, so I call her once in a week. That was actually it's okay for me. They were waiting for the perfect moment. They'll do it. So it's a computer and slow internet. It doesn't apply to my life, but it may be applicable to others. Back to you. Cage, you can evaluate or
Thank you, Mr. Soy, for that wonderful thought that you had. I believe you want DTM Cage to evaluate your speech. So DTM Cage, it's all yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. So my pleasure today is to evaluate Toastmaster Sway Paul's table topic, which was before you marry someone, give them a slow computer with a computer with slow internet, and maybe take it from there, right? So obviously, when I heard that, I thought three words. I thought patience, I thought character, and I thought anger management, right? Why? Patience maybe to see how the person is going to be patient with, internet, because we know how mad or crazy slow internet drives us. I like that you structured your speech and made it personal and let us know that, while in fact we're talking about women and all of those things and dating, you wouldn't know because, you are far from that, right? So maybe understand that maybe my thoughts didn't apply to the way you translated the topic, which was great and it allowed me to also understand it from a different perspective. I would have loved for you to structure it a bit more. Maybe a strong intro or just maybe a simple intro, a body that just tells me maybe 3 to 4 points and then maybe close it up with a conclusion. What it then ended up having, it sounded like you were, what should I say? You were just giving us thoughts and throwing thoughts our way. So that's pretty much all I had to say. Structure it a bit more and then Bob's your uncle. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Kate. Now let's call Toastmaster Alvin. Toastmaster Alvin, choose a number between 2 to 10.
3.
Sorry?
Number 3.
3. Okay. Be strong. I whispered to my Wi-Fi signal. Share your experience when you had a very bad network.
Thank you, Toastmaster Day, Toastmaster Atria Manon, for giving a very interesting topic. Definitely brought up some memories of bad internet, especially this virtual era, of course. Now, the story comes last year, DTAC. It was the first day of the competition, and I was the chief surgeon at arms, and I had to open the meeting. So just 5 minutes before the meeting began, suddenly my laptop crashed. And then there was a huge panic I had. And then I already communicated with the moderator telling, hey man, my laptop is acting weird. So maybe I might join in late. So if anything happens, just have my backup ready, tell him to start the meeting. So all these emotions were going on, and I had to reboot my laptop, and I had to reboot my Wi-Fi as well, because I wasn't sure what was the issue, because Zoom just froze. That took 5 minutes before. I'm like, why couldn't be early? I've been joined in around 20 minutes back in advance to make sure everything is ready. So fortunately, before the meeting began, I managed to log in time. So the best thing was no one noticed it happened. Only me and the moderator knew that there was an issue. So everyone thought things were wonderful. I opened the meeting, things went smoothly, and then we had a wonderful conference ahead. So that was my experience with the bad internet connection. And I also had several more, but this is the most prominent one I have in my memory. So that's all. Over to you, Kusma.
Toastmaster Alvin, for sharing something so relatable. I think it was even for, if I'm not wrong, division contest when my network was stuck and I was supposed to prepare the contestants. And my video was gone. I was not able to connect. I had to connect from a different laptop. So it's very much relatable. I can totally understand. Toastmaster Soy Paul, why don't you Toastmaster Alvin's speech?
Table topic, master, fellow Toastmasters. Let me go through it in this speech. It was a speech. It was a wonderfully he narrated what are the stories it was. But in every table topics, master, every table topics, this is the standard format. If you will go through the world Miss Universe contest, there is a question, there is a structure. Even there is also a structure. The structure is based on the prep format. Prep format means position, reason, example, position. This is the structure. In your speech, what you have developed in that, you have not clearly mentioned your position first. You are talking about your incident. You are continuously, you are very goodly in the very good manner. You are explaining, and you are conclude with that one. But it's a table topic. It's a table topic. We should realize. See, for getting the mark, you should say this is the what is your position in that topic. Where you stand. There is an internet. That is an incident. What you have narrated an incident. That's great. That can be an example. You could have done. I have managed. You could have. You should say example. The position, reason, example, position. This is the best method. And 90% of the table topics are based on this thing. So I suggest in the next meeting and next project, in the next table topics, you can adopt it. Everyone can adopt it. So it will be. I also failed to do, but however, I can find others drawbacks. So I'm just suggesting for your improvements. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soy, for your valuable input. DTM Cage, how about you? The next table topic. Could you choose a number?
7.
7. Oh, I really hope that you would take this. Let's see.
Right.
Okay.
I'm rusty, but let's go.
A day keeps anyone away if you throw it hard enough. An apple a day keeps anyone away if you throw it hard enough. What personality of people do you think deserves an apple a day?
Sometimes I wake up and I think that everyone deserves a glass of wine. I think they deserve an apple, hugs and kisses. In fact, not an apple, but oranges and berries. Sometimes I think that they deserve some juice and more wine, did I mention? But in most days, 9 out of 10 days, I think everyone deserves an apple, especially in the morning. A nice, huge, green, juicy apple. And you know how hard those green apples are, right? Well, sometimes I wake up and I wish I could give everyone an apple. And when I say this, I think they will smile, but they don't understand that my kind of apple is an apple best served hard, fast. And if you don't dodge, my dear friend, what is sweet can quickly turn sour. How many people deserve that apple? On most days, everyone. But that's life, right? Sometimes we want time for ourselves, and sometimes we want time to mingle with people. Some people enjoy mingling with people more than staying with themselves, and some people enjoy staying with themselves more than mingling with people. Some people fall under stress, a lot of stress when they have to solve problems, and they don't want anyone. They don't want voices. Some people deal with their emotions quite differently. They want to stay in solitude and hide, while some of them want to express themselves and share their experiences and whatever feelings they have. I, on the other hand, will serve you an apple. I will serve you an apple in the morning if I wake up very early on the wrong side. I will serve you an apple if I'm not feeling so good about something, maybe under pressure. But you better have a good distance from me, because I don't just give it to you. Maybe give it a little bit of motivation on the way. But should you miss it and not catch it, I'm afraid that might not be a sweet apple after all. It might be the most painful apple you will taste. Madam Table Topics Master of the Day.
Wow, distinguished Toastmaster Gage, that was wonderful, really. Thank you. That itself was a great motivation. Toastmaster Alvin, can we hear your evaluation on this speech?
When I first heard the topic, I was thinking, what should I say if I got this topic? And DTM Kitch definitely blew my mind. He took the topic in a very interesting way, just he kept us glued to screen as to what is he going to talk about. And he gave a perfect example, which is very relatable, about how early mornings are very difficult to wake up and how some things may be stressful, especially some messages from certain people in the morning that we need to check through. Definitely very stressful. Definitely they sometimes deserve an apple, a green hard apple. So yes, it was a very wonderfully structured speech, and I have to say, I'm not sure what suggestions I can give to improve it, because for me, that was the best presentation for that topic, because even I cannot even think about what I could do if I was given that topic. And you have beautifully presented, and you've given a beautiful message as well, that what can be sweet can turn sour. So I absolutely love that analogy. So kudos once again, DTM Kitch. Definitely you have makings for great table topics commentators. So with that, I give my control back to the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alvin. Actually, the purpose of all these topics is to make you think out of the box. How you think about one particular topic and how you can talk about that topic can be quite interesting. What one person thinks is not what other person might say. So it's very interesting to see how everyone has a different perspective towards one particular topic. So I hope DTM Ahmed is here. DTM Ahmed, are you here in the meeting?
Yes, yes.
Good evening, DTM Ahmed.
Good evening. How are you all?
We're doing well. How about you?
All right, I'm okay. Thank you. Wish you all a happy new year.
Thank you. Wish you the same. DTM Ahmed, we are having a table topic session. So would you like to choose a number, either 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10?
I'll go for the 5.
5. Okay, let me see. Okay. Rabbits jump and they live for 8 years. Dogs run and they live for 15 years. Turtles do nothing and they live for 150 years. What do you prefer to be? A rabbit or a turtle?
Thank you so much. Am I audible from here?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Thank you so much, table topic master, table Toastmasters. A rabbit, dog, turtle. The number of years of lifespan What a wonderful topic. We call it the rabbit is the fastest animal we have, and the dog is a very faithful animal. On the other hand, the turtle is long lasting, but it helps only for us to eat that flesh from the turtle. No matter what the lifespan is all about, it's about the life itself that counts for all. No matter what longevity that we choose. It may be 5 years, it may be 10 years, it may be 150 years. But as far as the life goes on, no matter ups and downs in every aspect, longevity of the life is not a matter, but how we live that life is the most important part. When it comes to life, whether it is animal or even human beings, the life, what you live, is the most important part, and how long you live is not the matter to be considered. In my opinion, that is what I believe. Maybe the turtle lives 150 years, but it is useful only for having its flesh. But the rabbit, which lives for a very short lifespan, it lives the life, whatever the possible way it could enjoy until it disappears. So this is what we should learn a lesson. No matter how long you live, we have to live a life that is legendary. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, DTM Ahmed. That is exactly what I was thinking too when I was writing this topic about how well can you live your life, be it for a short period of time or a long period of time. DTM Cage, do you have any thoughts on this?
Thank you very much, Madam Table Topics Master of the Day. DTM Ahmed Brizzi, thank you so much for that table topic. What I did appreciate about that table topic is the structure that you had there, which allowed us to follow it. It's, when you have structure, automatically what happens is the mind is able to then sort out either chronologically or however, but it allows us to understand and see it and follow your story. So thank you so much for that. We appreciate the story that you did tell. Obviously, it's always nice when you share these things because then it gives us that, it gives us a personal understanding to it, a personal touch to it. So thank you so much for that. I didn't say anything wrong. You did. I like that you took your time, and I thank you and appreciate you for actually standing up and giving your table topics. Thank you so much for that respect. Madam Table Topics Master, back to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Cage. Can we have one more round of the table topics then? That's all right?
Sure, that's me.
Shall we move forward, DTM Cage? If that's okay? Yeah. So Toastmaster Soy, are you ready?
I think we can.
Okay. So choose a number, Toastmaster Soy. 2.
2.
Okay. Opportunity is the first chapter of New Year's Day. Opportunity is the first chapter of New Year's Day. Toastmaster Soy.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, no guest. Opportunity is the first day,
Chapter.
first chapter of the
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. Great. First chapter. Great. See, opportunities, everything is, what is the new year? Basically, what is the new year? We think that it is in the, every year, the earth will reach in the same place. Unfortunately, not. every year is moving. If this year if you imagine the planet is the sun, galaxy, everything is moving towards somewhere. So there is no repetition. It is only our calculation. It is a new year is started. So my stand is the new year means it's our time framing. We have fixed some timing framing for our own convenience. It is nothing is practically or physically it is not exist. So when the opportunity coming, what is happening? If you are not creating a chapter, opportunity, we need to create the opportunity, utilize the opportunity. Then only we will be move ahead. In the past, if you imagine, we have got the hundreds of opportunity. We could have present the best speeches over here. We didn't. We could have developed so many things. We didn't. But this is an opportunity. Now that it is the 5 members are in the meeting, it is an opportunity to think about, to be more vivid sessions, and you are doing it now. So with the mixing up, with the criteria, with the bringing those examples you are bringing it up. So we are experiencing the new opportunity, a new methodology to apply it. So with this comment, I reinstate that we need to create adversity to an opportunity, to handle with the negative situation. It's an important back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soipur, for the valuable input. DTM Ahmed, would you like to add something to Toastmaster Soi's speech?
Actually, I thought I will skip that part, but nevertheless, now that you have given me the opportunity, yes. Opportunity, they say, knocks only once at a time, and if you do not take that opportunity as it comes your way, that means you have missed that opportunity forever. So similarly, what the Toastmaster Saul Paul said, opportunities are something that you should not miss. But sometimes even that opportunity, what you take, may end up in disaster if you have not utilized that opportunity to your advantage or for the benefit of each and everyone concerned. And opportunities is given as a gift, and I am sure you, each and every one of us, should make use of the opportunity wisely and very, very productively. Over to you. Yes.
Thank you so much, DTM Ahmed. Very on to the point and the correct understanding of opportunity and how we must utilize our opportunities being told by Toastmaster Soy and DTM Ahmed. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Alvin, next is your turn. So could you choose a number?
So what all numbers are left now?
You have 4, 6, 8, and 9 and 10.
I'll go for number 10.
10. This is simple. Have you watched Kung Fu Panda? Yes, you should be knowing this. Past is history. Future is mystery. And today is a gift. Past is history. Future is a mystery. And today is a gift. Toastmaster Alvin.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters. Tomorrow is a mystery. Yesterday was a mystery. No, yesterday was a history. Tomorrow is a mystery. And that is why today is what we call a present. Absolutely love that quote by Master Oogway in Kung Fu Panda. It's one of the most highlights during my childhood. Very profound sayings that I heard. It's surprising from a kid's movie. Yes, many a times in life we are all obsessed about our past failures. We are worried about how things happen in the past. And some that makes us overly anxious about what our future is to come. But if we always focus mostly on the past and the futures, you will not able to focus on the present, which is today. They say that if you keep walking looking downwards, you will hit your head on the post. If you keep walking looking upwards, you might fall at the edge of the cliff. So that is why we have to walk straight. You have to look forward in our path and plan accordingly. So, like Master Ugwe said, there is no point in worrying about in past. There is no worrying about being anxious about the future, about what challenges will come across us. What matters is the present and how we tackle the situation at first. And I hand over the control back to our table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alvin. It's one of my favorite movies, and this quote sticks with me throughout. So I really love this quote and the way you have put it. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alvin. Toastmaster Soy, would you like to evaluate?
Table topic master and our the table topics commentator Alvin incorporated the comments what I have just mentioned a few minutes ago. He has stated the position, example, and he has done it well. He could have added something, but he had done it. At least he has done it within a few minutes. He has done it. What I have stated, the prep format, he has incorporated in the first two parts. He has incorporated very well, and I'm so happy. It's okay. It's the one of the good speech, and let us.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Soy, for those inspirational words. DTM Page, are you ready for your next table topic? No. Shall we wait for DTM Cage for a minute?
Wait for a minute. We lost him at the right moment.
Yes. DTM Cage, you're here.
So I must apologize. I kind of missed out on that whole speech. My network has an issue. So I didn't hear that last speech. I must apologize for that.
No problem. It's your turn. So would you like to choose a number? You have 4, 6, 8, and 9.
Which number is left?
4, 6, 8, and 9.
All right, I'll take 4. Actually, I feel like a 9, but I'll take 9.
9? Let me see. Okay. Your topic is, you are the artist of your own life. Don't hand the paintbrush to anyone else. You are the artist of your own life. Don't hand the paintbrush to anyone else. DTM Page.
My grandfather said to me one time that if you don't watch out and if you're not serious about your life, you will end up cleaning the feces of your friend or your friends. What he meant by that was that people in your life are there to support you. People in the life are there to help you achieve a certain part of your goal. You are there to support other people, and it's a synergy. But once you forget your value, you will never then convince anyone that you are any worth. If you allow people to dictate the way you live, if you allow people to dictate the things that you do and the way you see life and the choices that you make, then sooner or later, maybe sooner rather than later, you will find yourself running a race that is not yours. you will find yourself living a life that is not yours. Because how does someone paint what is in your soul and what is your mind? How do they know? How do they feel? And how do they see it? If you allow someone, if you make the mistake of giving someone the paintbrush, the one that brushes your expressions, your emotions, the one that conveys your sincerest feelings, the one that expresses your creativity, and the one that shows your pain, your laughter, and your joy, if you allow anyone in your life to have or to hold that brush, then my dear friend, you do not control your life. You are not living your life, but someone else is controlling you. And like my grandfather said to me, Cage, if you don't watch out, if you hand someone the paintbrush that is made of the paint that is your blood, you will find yourself cleaning their feces. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your decisions. If you fall, fall gracefully. If you rise, rise with grandeur. Make it colossal, but always in your hands. Always have the paintbrush that expresses and truly brushes the effectiveness and the pureness of your life. Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you, DTM Cage, for that very inspirational thought. Indeed, that was very inspirational. I forgot to time in between, but I hope I was correct. But it was very inspirational. Toastmaster Alvin, do you have anything to say?
As always, DTM Cage, that is beautifully structured speech that you've given, and that you're saying of your grandfather. Definitely, I too had the same perspective that you had, but the way you presented was in a wonderful manner. So like I said, just like Table Topic Master, it made us very glued to his speech. Yeah, she may have forgotten to time, but thankfully I wasn't the timer, so that's a good thing. So once again, I have to say it is a very beautiful structured speech, and you have given a very important message for us about how we should live our life and not make others dictate on how we live. Because when that happens, we won't be able to have fulfillment about in our life, that especially when we are being instructed to live in some other's vision and not in our vision, you will have a sense of unfulfillment. So wonderfully structured message you have given, and I absolutely loved it. And I give the control back to our Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alvin. Now let's have the very last table topic for today, which is for DTM Ahmed. DTM Ahmed, are you here?
Yes, yes.
DTM Ahmed, I have 6, 8, and 9.
Yes. Okay, 9.
9? Okay. What goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. DTM Ahmed.
Wow. What a topic for my experience. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters. This is a very, very interesting topic here. What goes around comes around. Yes. This is this is my testimony about this topic. Actually, I should say, in my experience, no matter what, from the age of say 7 years onwards, I get this experience about what goes around comes around, not only within myself and within our families and friends and all, whether it is my enemies, even I have seen, yes, what goes around comes around. It is a proven fact that no matter how best you could live, but the very smallest, tiniest thing that you make a mistake or you harm something or someone, you will realize that you get that back for what you did. This is my experience from my childhood. Even a little experience, I would say that when you bully a person, even in your class, when you are very young, there will be a time that you get bullied for something that you will be experiencing the pain that person went through when you were bullying that person. So no matter what happens, it is the life's destiny for each and every living thing that what goes around comes around. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Ahmad. I totally agree with that. It is the destiny that what goes around definitely comes around. Distinguished Toastmaster Cage, are you there?
Madam Table Topics Master, I must apologize again. I got parts of that speech, but what I will say to you is wow, you know, when they say your body speaks, that's what they're talking about. So when Toastmaster Ahmed received his speech and he said, well, that's one for my experience, I believe that is when his speech started. Because when he said that is one for my experience, he then told me that he was about to give me a testimony, that he was about to tell me a true story and something that he has learned from. And not just a story that's made up, but something that is related to his life. He then said, this is my testimony. I started losing the network a bit there. But what I got from that was just the genuine approach to the speech and to the topic, through his tone, through his body language, and through his seriousness, that I was about to learn that indeed what goes around does come around. And I was about to learn this from someone who had the experience. So that is what I got from Toastmaster Ahmed when he started speaking. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, my network is acting. I'm not even sure if anyone can hear me. Is anyone there?
Yes, we can hear you, DTM Cage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So sorry, that's all I got from Toastmaster Ahmed's speech. But there was a lot of sincerity, and if there wasn't, and I mean, I think it was real. I think it was really heartfelt, and it was actually a true story for someone who has experienced the adage that what goes around comes around. I would have sang Justin Timberlake's song, "What goes around comes around." Now I think he gave a better delivery in that he told a speech that was an actual true story. Madam Table Topics Master.
Athira?
Yes, DTM Ahmed.
Can you give a few minutes? I will join back.
Sure, DTM Ahmed, sure. So with that, thank you, DTM Cage, for your wonderful input. Definitely, DTM Ahmed's point of view was very much relatable, and it's very true for me also. What goes around definitely came around. And I hope now I only throw good things, so only good things come to me. So with that, shall we take a short break or shall we continue?
Continue and finish.
Continue?
Yes.
I'm having just network issues, so I'm gonna restart my computer and come back up and come back right up. But I think are we done with the table topic?
Yes, we're done with the table topic. We'll directly move to Toastmaster Soy Paul's.
Okay, let me just. Okay. I'm gonna just restart my computer and then maybe I'll join you again.
Sure. Toastmaster Soy Paul, what are you talking about today?
I have written the topic into the chat box. Educate to educate.
Educate to educate. Wow, that sounds interesting. So, fellow Toastmasters, let us hear a TED Talk, right? That's what Toastmaster Soy is going to do. So let's have a TED Talk by Toastmaster Soy, which is timed from 8 to 10 minutes with the speech title, Educate to Educate. Educate to Educate, Toastmaster Soy Paul. All yours.
Don't start my time now. I'm just briefing what I'm going to do. I am in the midway of my 20-minute speech. So it is not prepared. And anyhow, however, I will try to do this today. If it is okay, practice here in the next meeting, I will do it in a 20-minute speech. I will try to do it as a 20-minute speech. So this is it is one of the, in the previous project, in the older project, there was one project, it is like that brainstorming session. Okay, like that you can imagine some sessions, some of the ideas, what I have got and what I have collected. I'm just presenting it in front of you, and let us see how this will be working. So I invite everyone's critical evaluation. I don't need anybody's praising that you are good. I'm good. I know. I need your critical evaluation that to improve correctly, and you should say to me only 3-4% are. I need your critical evaluations and on that way. Okay then.
Okay, Toastmaster Sir Paul. Agreed.
Agreed. Yeah. Start time. Toastmasters and guest. How many of you heard about Vadakan particle? Vadakan particle means it's if you all the cage and Amadris, we don't know what it is, Vadakan particle. It is the folk songs which is written in Malayalam. It is based on those who are the fighters of the northern side of the Kerala. Like that, a lot of songs are there. They have the tradition, sing the song to glorify the events and to the remembering the events. It was one of the event was Unniyarcha. It is one of our folk song character. I just briefly narrate her story. She was the very brave woman, and she is a very good fighter. She is as we know that in olden days we have a tradition to train the martial arts from very younger age. Unniyarcha also trained the martial arts. When Unniyarcha tried to go to another village for seeing a festival, everybody blocked her. They say that there is a lot of the culprits are there. There are a lot of the goons are there. They will abuse you. Then she said that, no, don't worry, my husband is there. She know that because she's well confident about her martial art performance. She went there, and while coming back, the culprits attacked her. The goons attacked her. Her husband was frightened. He ran away. But she took her sword and fought it and defeated them. This is the story, and we used to sing from years to years. See, this is one of the important story. This is one of the important culture what we have. It only means that we had one good practice of the martial arts. If anybody knows about the martial art, the coloring, it is a mixture of, I think, the 4 to 5 types of the martial arts. If you learn the coloring, you can see the karate in it, kung fu in it, you can see the fencing in it. So many martial arts are mixed, and they are concentrating basically for self-defense. So if anybody goes in the Far East or in the Singapore or in Philippines or in the Chinese area, before starting their school, you will hear such words: ichi, ni, san, chan. So the Japanese words, which is pronounced while they're practicing their martial arts. 15 to 20 minutes, they start the day with their martial arts. When I was working in one of the company, the company that is managed the Korean side, the company managed by the Koreans, before starting the work, they have even though we are going for site for the work, we have some martial arts trainings was there. So the martial art is an important thing. What we would like to, we never introduce
in our educational system. I would like to highlight on that. Why martial art is important? Martial art is important because of the 2-3 reasons. Martial arts means it basically it's for self-defense. Who needs it? In a day, every day, in the newspaper, on the TV and the flash news, we used to hear about hundreds of the rape cases and abuses. Why it is repeating it again and again? I believe if we could introduce in our life the martial arts, the rape cases will reduce. See, nobody can feed a moving, nobody can feed a need a thread in a moving needle. So practically it is okay. Important thing of the martial arts, imagine if my daughter is in the black belt. See, why if anybody tries to attack her, nobody is beating with your physical ability. First they beat with your psychologically. If you are so confident, you are ready to be in the aggressive mood, nobody will touch you, even look after you. This is the quite natural one. When my elder daughter was in the 5 years, her birthday was in this January month. She has a birthday. I just remember because of this month. 7 years back, everybody was expecting one wonderful gift to her for a birthday. I told her I will give you her the beautiful gift, and I took her hand and led her to a karate class. Then they found that the dresses and they started to fight it out. The day she surprised, she was not interested. I know that she is not interested. Nobody is interested. The young child is not interested at the age of 5. Definitely nobody is interested. But I persisted her to be with on this karate class, and she was continued until she reached the black belt. And the meanwhile, due to the corona, we have taken some breaks. She reached the black belt, not the black belt, the brown belt. She reached. Now, after the 1 or 2 years, she will reach the black belt. Black belt is not the achievement. My ambition is, while she is working in outside, while she is going to the college, if the bus is late, if the train is late, if something is happening to her vehicle, I don't need any frightened. I don't want to be threatened by anybody. Okay. If bus is late, she will come. If she knows the martial arts, nobody will touch her. I know that. That much confidence I would like to develop in it. So my first point in this meeting, it is about the introducing the martial art in our school syllabus. We are grading everything for the calculations, multiplications, the economics. See, history. Why we need the history? So much importance. Then why we are not giving importance, which is very relevant in our daily life? This is the first thing. Imagine if you are not locked your door. Somebody from the outside, the thieves will enter and they will take some materials from your home. Whom you will blame? Thieves or yourself? If you are blaming the thieves, you are the stupid. You are not locked the door. If you are sending someone, if you are sending your daughters, you are sending your sisters to the outside, and if they are attacked by someone, if you are not trained them, because of that, it is absolutely belongs to your responsibility. Second point I would like to add in this talk is introducing cooking in our schools. Some of them starts to laugh. Why cooking is required? We believe cooking belongs. We the Keralates only. I'm not speaking about another country's presence, maybe they have some other concept. I have one experience when I was in Gujarat. When I was working in the Gujarat, I asked one of my laborer to brush the area what he has worked. He stood at me and said, "I will do anything, but I will not brush." They surprised. Why? We believe cooking and house cleaning, housekeeping, we the Keralites. I'm not referring to all of them. I'm not generalizing that. So we believe somehow, or most of us believe, cooking is the basic responsibility of our women's, and protecting the house belongs to our responsibility. Now the world is completely changed. If the two persons are working also, maybe we don't know, we will survive. But this the world. We need to start to think how to introduce cooking in a regular basis in school. We need to grade them. We need to mark the marks. We need to grade to such level. Okay, you need to make this much, then only you will pass. These are my two thoughts now I would like to share. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soy. It is definitely not easy to deliver a speech for 10 minutes. You did it for 10 minutes and 25 seconds. So wonderful.
No, actually, I have prepared 20 minutes. If these two topics will cover 10 minutes, it will reach around more than 20 minutes. I know that.
Okay.
Just to start.
Perfect.
Now, I need your critical evaluations, not I don't need any praises. I'm the good speaker. Okay, that's great. I need what I have to be improved. Okay, one by one.
Toastmaster Alvin, all yours.
Thank you. Oh yes, Toastmaster Saipal, I'll go straight to the point. I understand the message that you're trying to give. You're giving an insight that we are all focused more on the academics, that we forget our daily life skills, such as cooking or self-defense when certain situations come up. Is that the message that you're trying to give?
Yes, I try to give that message. Two messages are there, and many more messages. We need to basically try to concentrate on the educations for the revival of the education system. I would like to say.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so you talked about two things. The first was the martial art aspect, and then the second is the cooking aspect, means soft skills aspect or daily life skills. I think that is what you were going for, I believe. So when you talk about martial arts, you had to be careful about the message you had to give, because you stated that when your daughter learns martial arts, you don't have to be afraid that no matter how many people come in, she can take care of herself. But even in martial arts, having multiple assailants is not give you chances to beat them all up like in movies. So you should give a very proper message, not to misguide the audience. So that you should be careful. Yes, self-defense is very important, and how you should protect yourself in situations which keeps you compromised has to be, yes, definitely important. But you should just be careful about the message that you're trying to give, because we should not have an wrong idea to be taken by as an audience that, oh, just because I know martial arts, I can beat 10 people and there'll be no issues. So that is
What was
should
my
not be the
No,
yes.
intention is, my intention was that not because of the martial arts. Martial arts give the confidence. That is confidence to defend, confidence to not to conquer, at least to defend. If
Yeah.
you get to the somebody beat you in the two times, at least one time you can fight back. It is a basic concept is like that one.
Exactly, yes, I completely understand. Which also brings me the another point of the message that you to be careful while giving. even after we learn the martial arts, even after we get the confidence, it might turn to arrogance and we might start to hurt others for pleasure. So you should be very careful when it comes to giving messages. So that's all you have to focus on, those two aspects. And yes, and this issue with soft skills and all, it's actually very it's part of the Indian education system. I've only seen this type of education system is focused primarily on academics. But if you look at other countries and other places, let's say for Japan, for example, they don't have any janitors or any cleaning people in their schools. Everything the students will do it themselves. There's only
Yes,
students and teaching staff.
yes.
So
I missed that point. I just thought
yes.
about that point also.
So that's a
Just missed
very
it.
good training. From a very young age, children are taught to be very independent over there. Even exams itself, when they are in fifth standard or sixth standard, when it starts. At the beginning itself, they are taught on how to live
Japan,
and
there
take care
is
of
no
themselves.
janitors. In Japan's
Yes,
schools, there is no janitor. The children used to clean their toilets. They need to clean their toilets in the all the surroundings, in the gardens, whatever. They need to clean it. They need to learn first for the cleaning. Yeah, that is a good point. I just missed it. I just added up.
yes. Yes, and many other countries also would, teach how to use carpentry and how to use plumbing and all different soft skills. It's very important to our day-to-day lives because these are the things that we face and these are the things that we usually ask someone to help out and pay a lot of money for it. So if you could learn all these things, so that's a very good message you are giving. So like I said, just focus on the what kind of
Soft-
message you're giving out to the audience. Make sure that they don't misunderstand the message. So be right and precise, and I'm sure that 20 minutes you'll be, I bet this is impromptu, that's why there's lots of here and there, lots of roughness, so definitely you can smooth it out, and overall you can give a very interesting speech. But honestly, I feel that this is only much more suited for us Indians specifically, all the South Asian people mostly, I think, because I don't think anyone else will be able to relate to what you're speaking about. So when you're presenting this speech, just make sure the audience is as per to it.
Yes,
Okay, so is there anyone else wants to give evaluation?
Okay, thank you, Toastmasters sir. Toastmasters sir, what I would like to start off with is I actually thought that you were going to talk more about coloring, like the art form. So your title itself is Educate to Educate. So I basically thought that what you're going to teach is more about our coloring art form and how it has faded over a period of time and then how it is important to bring it. But it completely changed its direction. It came towards self-defense and other things. So I want to ask a question to you, just for my own clarification, that was this speech women-oriented? Like, self-defense must be taught to women only? Is it only like that, or was it like a generic thing?
generally it is needed, but the if I talk to the karate master over here, he told me very clearly, I will teach the self-defense method to the girls only. It is for the all, but the boys maybe effect will be the in the negative side. It will be the boys if they will teach or he will attack to their father or someone else. There is dangerous situations little bit there, but the carefully we need to handle it. So we need to.
I
It
think
is it's for the,
be generalized because I believe self-defense, as much as it is important for the women, it is also equivalently important for the male based on the generation and how the times have changed now. I understand the men are getting quite, I mean, men were aggressive and stuff, but there are times now where even they need to self-defend. Like, for example, when you have talked about a theft taking place at home. So not just the women are at home, even the men are at home. So they should also be capable enough to face their counterparts. So I think self-defense must be both, for the men as well as for the women. Even cooking must be for the men as well as for women, and not just centric at all. So the the markings and everything must go for the women. But as I said, I mean, for the both of them. But as I said, like how you said, of course, I totally agree to the fact that maybe our Indian education system needs to revive its curriculum. It needs to revive its the syllabus that they're following, because so many of them, I mean, we don't use trigonometry on a daily basis or anything. Of course, there are certain professions where it is required. So we cannot completely eradicate everything that is there in it, because there are a lot of things that people actually practice, or they have built new scopes and new careers from the way that we have learned. Unfortunately, for us, it's all about medicine and engineering, but there are different sectors in this world where, you know, people have actually incorporated their studies into different fields, which is great. But as you have mentioned, you know, taking care of a daily need, having the basic idea of how to clean the toilets, how to keep your house clean, how to do the basic things of at home for others, for people, that is also equivalently important, and that must be included into the educational system. Another thing which I personally believe must be included into your education system, which you can include in your speech topic, is something about sex education. That is one of the most important thing that our country needs at the moment, because there is a lot of problems which is not being addressed, and the world needs to know, not the world, the people in India especially needs to know about it. They need to learn about it, and this can only be inculcated within schools. So when schools start to have that kind of curriculum, there is a better knowledge, there is a better awareness, and the place that we live in becomes a healthy place. Keeping our surroundings clean is much more important. Only if we learn to keep our surroundings clean can we learn to keep our country clean. So I think these topics can be more concentrated than the generic things, maybe like how you have specifically taken about cooking, avoiding that, actually put it into a title of, you know, things that everyone needs to learn, the home course, the home chores, you know, everything that involves the cleaning, cooking, blah, blah, blah. Everything can be put under one title. And hence you can put different things into 3 or 4 titles, like how you want to do, and present the speech is what I think will be more structured and more understanding. Otherwise, it will sound like you're only focusing on one particular aspect of one particular crowd, which can get quite conflicting. So that's all. And based on, this is about the speech in itself, but if I have to talk about the other things, maybe you can focus more on the body language part. I feel like you were moving a lot, so that can be reduced, and moving at the time that is required, especially when you give the points and everything, you can move from one place to another. That can be more better. But if you keep moving, it's a sign of nervousness and might look like you're not prepared. As I understand that it's a very impromptu speech, that's why it's all right. But maybe when you do it in the next meeting, that can be taken care of. And yeah, rest everything seemed fine. Your voice was great. Just because of the preparation, maybe there was that hinge, but other than that, I didn't feel anything was okay.
Crispy, sir.
I think he has gone somewhere. He did mention that he would be away for a while. So we don't have him also with us. So
Generally evaluate it and conclude it. Nobody is there.
General evaluation is not there. Toastmaster, can you see?
Okay, what do you think? I can present this topic. I would like to add 2-3 topics in this one. Adira, this like that for the artificial intelligence and the requirement of such topics also, I would like to add in that. Just I don't know how much time it will be reached. That's why I just surprising to know that martial arts only 8 minutes it is covered. So
martial arts, I think instead of like explaining the entire thing, maybe you can just cut it short to self-defense alone and tell about its importance and why it must be incorporated into schools. Similarly, you can just go on to every topic instead of saying so many aspects of it, like how I explained first. I really thought that we were going to talk about coloring, then the topic just shifted. So maybe the shift is not required, is what I feel.
I also learned coloring little bit. Then And then the meanwhile, my Kalari master had some accident with me. While lifting me, his leg is broke. Broken. Then I stopped. It was he taught me a lot, but unfortunately, in the meanwhile, his leg broken. Is broken now, broke down. So I took him to the hospital. Around 1 month, I have to pay him the free salary. Those much it has happened. So I stopped to learn the Kalari. But it is great. So I would like to add it in a, we have do you know anybody knows Pinky Behrus? Pinky Behrus, you know the Toastmaster, she's from India. There she's the TEDx speaker. She started one one movement. It is called the charismatic Toastmasters. I agreed with her. The main focus for this topic is Adira, are you available are you in India now?
Yeah, I'm in India now.
So you will be available for 7 o'clock. Is it Saturday 7 o'clock? The next Saturday 7 o'clock.
Is it Indian time 7 o'clock or Bharan time 7 o'clock?
Indian time 7 o'clock. I will invite you for a charismatic Toastmasters meeting. It is we are trying to charter one club. The focus for the club is not for the ordinary meetings. Ordinary meetings are there. So there is one focus for the TEDx speeches, like that speeches also. If you would like to join in that, if you have the wish to present bigger speeches, like-minded persons, I have the wish to present like the 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Or they take up speeches where you can present for a longer period of time?
Yeah, long time speeches. There is one slot. I have one slot there in the 26th.
Okay.
If you would like to join, come on, join here. It is special Toastmaster. It is not the ordinary Toastmasters.
You can send me, can please share the link. I'll join.
Yeah, great. I will share the link to you, and if you will be the one of the charter member, great.
അത് നമുക്ക് ആലോചിക്കാം ഇപ്പത് കഴിയട്ടെ.
There is no one. See, the different club have the if you look at the KCA Palakkad and those the Toastmasters clubs are around, these are the same platforms, same clubs and same levels of presentations and the same levels of. But those club is something different. Different means the speakers are the different and the presenters are the different. Little bit of difference is there. You will see that once you will come, you will see the experience and the lengthier speeches you won't get anywhere. You won't get such platform to develop in your lengthier speeches. It is not so easy. 20-minute speech is not easy.
No, it's just
to try.
Yeah.
But we need to learn that skill also. Specifically for one topic or two topics, taking the two topics and the details of all the two topics. If you have some experience in your medical field, if you are in the medical field, you have some experience about for the dental. You can give the 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, 50 minutes talks. That is possible. So that is a platform. You can utilize it in such level. I will invite you if you have time. Important thing is time. Second thing is money. Money is not much. It's the only admission fees will be there. But definitely it will guarantee. I can guarantee one thing. The speakers are great. Speakers will be great. And if you will come, that will be great moment. Means like that. My concentration is now, I just left. Why I'm not presenting speech? I have presented a lot of speeches. To large persons, so a lot of speeches. Alvin knows, isn't it? A lot of speeches presented and everything. So now that person is left for. It's not means speeches, projects, and contests. That passion I have lost. I have this passion now to improve in such presence for the 20-minute, 30-minute speeches and present it in a YouTube. Have you watched our speech in this one? What do you say? The KCA Toastmasters night? I will share in the group. The Rasvi sir also was there. Have you watched it?
Yes, yes, I did watch. Yes. You sent me
Fully. മൊത്തം കണ്ടിരുന്നോ?
the link, I believe, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I have shared the link.
Yeah.
I shared. Have you watched it fully? Fully watched?
No, fully I didn't have the device.
You fully watch. No, like that. My percentage, my strategies to present a full speech in the 30 minutes, 40 minutes speech, presented the different topics like that. But now this second topic, what I would like to present is about the water preservation, conservation. So your talking, your idea. So like that, something else. It's not only for education, for water or the money savings, projects, railways, like that projects. I would like to present. These are the things. Then under national plan.
Oh. Toastmaster Alvin, were you able to get through DTM cage?
No. Then you
Unfortunately, I'm unable to reach out.
End of the meeting. End of the meeting.
Even I couldn't get through him.
Okay then. End of the meeting.
General evaluation.
General evaluation കുഴപ്പമില്ലാന്ന്. അതന്നെ evaluate ചെയ്തോ? Alvin, you just evaluate and finish it off.
I'll finish
Okay.
it off.
I'll just hand it over to you. Okay. So, fellow Toastmasters, with that, we come to the end of our educational session. I hope you all had a great session. Thank you. This is your Toastmaster of the day. Tata bye bye. Over to you, President Toastmaster Alvin.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, table topic master, evaluator, and timer for doing multiple roles for this meeting. So thank you for your dedication and commitment you've given for us. Even though it's quite late over there, I'll keep it very short and crisp, and we can end this meeting as soon as possible. Okay, yes, my role as a general evaluator. So meeting have started late, yes, and we checked the agenda, and then there were some amendments, and then we proceeded with the presidential address, which was very good. Nice presidential address. And then we had the wonderful table topic session. And yes, Toastmaster Sathira Menon had conducted the session very beautifully in a very interesting manner, interesting table topics, made us think outside of the box, made us really think quite a bit. So only Toastmaster Sathira escaped from the topic, so hopefully next meeting will catch her.
What you can do in the next
Yes.
meeting, we can go with if there is no participant, go with this one. Don't waste for the 4 to 5% meeting.
Yes, definitely. Next time, if we face the similar situation,
The server one slot for me 20 minutes speech. I will try to do that one if it is possible. If the 10 minutes without preparation, I can deliver. Just only. I just thought when we started the meeting, I saw the 5%. Then I thought 2% is speech. That's all.
yes.
20 minutes speech just reserved for me. Adira, will you be the partner of the 20-minute speech? Try to do one topic. Choose one topic. Both of us will try for a 20 minute speech.
I think DTM KJ will join now. He just said he'll come now. 20-minute speech. Is it any project? Like, can you do it as a project?
Well, you can talk about your passion. I think that might be
If we
a
have
good way to start.
speakers like who are ready to give their project, I think let's give them the preference because they want to finish their pathway. Just in case if there is nothing, I probably will give my project pathway because I want to finish one level. So if I finish that level, I might get triple crown. So
okay, so back into the evaluation. Yes, Toastmaster, sorry. Pardon?
Cage is not joined.
He said he'll join now.
He'll be joining soon, hopefully. Okay, so yes.
Leave it.
All right, Toastmaster, once again, good job for conducting the table topic session.
Speech is not easy. It's not easy, but if you have time, if you have confidence, started to do. If I can do within the 10-minute speech now, I have reached the confidence. 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Inshallah. I'm sure that's what's in Toastmaster Satyra's mind. Okay, so second, we had Toastmaster Soipol's speech, and definitely you have given a very interesting speech. And I think I can give you a suggestion. I think Speakers Bureau is the right platform for you to practice your speeches, especially if you're craving for some critical thinking. I think Speakers Bureau will be the perfect platform for you to join. I believe you must have heard of it in Bahrain, Speakers Bureau.
I didn't join because
But I believe it is the right platform for you because you told me that is your passion now to give long keynote speeches. I think, and if you're looking for proper evaluations, that to critical evaluation, because we have 5 evaluators over there for each speech. So that would be very beneficial for you if you want to develop yourselves for giving very long speeches.
okay, I will
So
present in our club meeting, and meanwhile, as I told you, the next meeting, I would like to present in our meeting and the other clubs meeting also. I will try to present. Once I feel that my speech is okay, then I present in a YouTube. YouTube.
Perfect. Just a
According
suggestion for you to further improve yourself on your journey. So this
question,
is something that
I will improve. See, now if I have some mistakes, I point it out very clearly. I told you, I don't need any praise. I'm a very good speaker, I know. But I need your critical evaluations. Inch by inch, I need to evaluate me. This is openly, you need to evaluate me. Then only I will improve. If I go to somewhere, they say that you are good, but what is it?
oh,
I
trust
don't
me,
want to
in
hear.
Speakers Bureau, there is no talk like that. It's straight to the point.
Stay to the point.
Okay, yeah, straight to the point.
Yeah, have you been the member of the Speakers Bureau?
Yes, I'm part of the education team, and I too give evaluation for speeches. So that is why I suggested you to it'll be a good platform for you to join.
There also, I will try to join. But let me present my 20-minute speech in our next meeting. Let me try to do. If it was successful, if it is presentable, I will move to the next level.
Yes. All right. Okay. So yes, thank you, Toastmaster Soipol. So I hopefully you taking your suggestions, and hopefully all the evaluations that you receive from both from myself and Toastmaster Satyra Menon is beneficial for you. And this concludes my general evaluation. I'm not going to stretch it any further. Yes, definitely a lot of challenges we have faced, but even though we are few in number, definitely we have learned something out of this and make it productive. So let's use this as an opportunity to learn from our mistakes and pave our way to the future and make sure that how we can overcome obstacles depending upon the situations we face. So with that said, before I adjourn, I would like to ask ATM Cage, is there any words that you want to share with us?
Yeah. So my leader, fellow Toastmasters, it's always amazing that when you make it, and it's always nice seeing your faces. It also makes me sad when I see your faces because it's always just your faces, And I wish that everyone else in the club was motivated or inspired towards the Toastmasters journey. But I think they are. And I've also spoken to Mr. President about this. But I think the challenge is people are members of more than one club. And KCA is like, it's like the one that you cheat with, it's like not the main one, but it's like, the one that you hide with. So there's a little commitment to when it comes to KCA Toastmasters. And that's why with every challenge, we see it's happening every time before a meeting, people, they back off and they say they're not doing it anymore. And, there's so many different reasons. And I think that from just the session today, there's a good takeaway from it. And if we actually seriously use the platform like we did today, we can leave here much better than we were when we came. in terms of Toastmasters. I'm sorry, in terms of table topics, certainly. And I like what Toastmaster Soy Paul talked about when he says he wants direct evaluation, not sugar coats and the sweet apple. He wants the sour apple, which is lovely, right? And I think we are at a level, at Toastmasters level, where we know how to give constructive yet strong feedback, and at the same time we know how to take it. I would like for us to have more people coming in, because at the end of the day, what makes a Toastmasters club really is the DCP points. Essentially, that's where it all trickles to. And the sad thing is, even if we get even if we get guests to come and join us, that doesn't contribute to our DCP. It doesn't contribute to our fitness as a club. What we need to do is we need to find a way of making sure that the eight members that are already there are speaking, and we get more members. Otherwise,
stuck up. I would like to suggest that. Okay, KG, you continue.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my network today. Maybe it's because it's the new year. But that's all I wanted to say for now. If you're going to say anything else, I'll say it after the meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you so much, Soy Paul, Toastmaster Soy Paul. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Atra. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alvin, Toastmaster Ahmed. It's always cool when you have 5 people in the meeting. You can name everyone. You can call everyone by name, right? Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, can I, Cage, okay, you adjourn the meeting. I have some suggestions.
Yeah.
Alvin, adjourn the meeting.
All right, so thank you once again, everyone, for coming. Thank you, Toastmaster Soy Paul, Toastmaster Atira Menon, DT Mohammed Rizvi, DT Cage, for coming today and make this meeting a success. All right,
Okay.
and meeting number 444 is now adjourned. So thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Great.
Good night, Toastmaster Atira. It's very late over there.
I would like to highlight
Good
2
night.
things. No, wait for the moment. Both of them are aware of your